Oh. Hey, you guys. Hello. I am not prepared. Hold on, you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, you guys. Ah, I have my pajamas on. Hey. I like the ease on it. Was that on purpose?
It wasn't. I was cleaning my teeth, and then you said, "Oh, it's on." I was like, "Oh, let me hide. No,
I was like trying to run, and I realized I did not get what I was supposed to get today, but I have something. Anyways, Quantel's gonna be.
we're here.
Yeah, we're here. We made it. And I'm like, I got a lot of boobage coming out here.
I love it. I'm like, this thing is too close. Gotta move
I can't wait to get my office so I can have my tree and my. I want to be like I'm in a tropical forest.
Ooh,
and it's girl, I just cannot wait.
Have the jungle.
It's gonna be a jungle. You in the jungle right now?
I'm trying to be. For real.
I love it. Hey, you guys.
Peace.
Oh, it's popping. It's 6:30 was a good. Huh?
So everyone's coming on in.
It's popping. Hey, Miss Jackson. Hey, Miss Dandy. Well, we can talk forever, so I'm gonna make sure we are not on here for 3 hours. What you doing? Hey, we just chilling. Black yoga. I want to start my locks on my own this time. Cool. That's what's up. It's a beautiful thing. That's what me and Jocelyn both did. I don't have mine anymore, but we both did our own. So
you can do it.
Yeah. Do it. Okay. So how's it going?
It's going well.
Going well.
Like all of today it's coming together. It's starting to calm now, but today's been a lot, honestly.
Yes, definitely. Holidays are coming up, and we're getting to that point where it's about to be madness, but not really. It doesn't have to be. So, you guys, I wanted to properly introduce to you guys. Some of you guys are Jocelyn's family, and then some of you guys are Dr. Loc's family. So we'll both introduce ourselves. So, Jocelyn Renee is our Digital Loctician. Okay, I didn't want to say it right, but I know you're my digital. She's my lock nerd friend. If I need to understand science when it comes to locks, she got me. She got all of us, you guys. And she has a wonderful. I was just giving her props earlier today with all the work she's done. She put together a wonderful online platform for you guys with information, not just YouTube. YouTube is good. However, she put her heart and time into it. So, Jocelyn,
woo! Thank you. But awesome. Yes, peace, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. You guys know I love Dr. Loc's. Support Shamir all the time. You always hear me talking about the pre-cleanse, if nothing else, because that thing is amazing. So, yes, I'm so happy to be here. And yeah, you think of me as your digital loctician. I'm here to help you cultivate and encourage you on your journey. So,
absolutely. Yes. I fell in love with Jocelyn back in the Periscope days. And I think our followers got us tied together. Like, you need to tell me about Dr. Loc's. And I think you reached out to me, and it was like, I didn't know about anything about YouTube. I just been in my own bubble. So it was like, okay, I rocked with her. As I try to explain to everyone, is that everyone's going to have their own journey, their own perspectives on different things. And all we're here to do is show you our perspective. for me, it was awesome to find someone that I can relate to as far as on the same page. Not that one is bad or good, but we just understand we have the same similar philosophies and stuff.
And just
So
approaching things from the same like lens, because people just have different experiences and different backgrounds, and so they see things one way that we just vibe on the same kind of, you know.
Okay. And we real friends. We're real friends. So, you know what I'm saying?
In real life.
So, yes, in real life. So it's all good. And as our sister Elle would have it, we are all about unity. And the biggest thing I learned from her was that everyone's going to have their different ways of doing things, especially in our community. Why can't we just be friends? Why can't everyone just work? And that's what we all are going to do. And I never had a problem with that anyway. So, but yeah, the unity. So today, you guys, I wanted to discuss, drum roll please, brushing your locks. Raise your hand. Everyone, raise your hand if you heard of or you brush your locks right now. Raise your hand. I want a hand up. And if you never heard of this before, I want you to put the emoji that goes like this. Okay. Jocelyn. Okay. Hands. Okay.
I am part of the lock brushing crew. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm happy to see all the hands raised.
Wow.
I really am. Truly.
That's what's up. You did this, Jocelyn. You know that, right?
Yes, I'll take that.
You did that because I remember it was I think it was Shanisha that was brushing her locks, or maybe someone else, and everyone was like, "Okay, it's all good." And then some. We're gonna talk about it today.
She did, yes.
Yeah, when she did it, everyone was in my DMs like, "Yo, what kind of brush I need to get?" I was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Let's get on live."
I remember that.
Yes, I never personally I never brushed my locks when I had them, and I didn't brush my clients' locks. So I know how this is cool because I get to see who our audience is right now. Majority of you guys have heard of it. Some people, thank you for telling me if you haven't, because it's all about education. And with the education, it's not promotion, it's about you getting educated, making an educated yes or no, as opposed to I don't know about that and I don't do it. That's just ignorance. You don't know, then you won't know how. So we're going to help give you some information. I have questions still myself. Hey, Kiki.
I think really it's just like being open-minded, you know, just to the potential and the possibility of it. I think a lot of people think like frizz is like a big issue for a lot of people, you know, and so automatically they quote brushing with frizz, and so it's like negative. It's deeper than that.
Ooh, yeah, it's a flip because especially with us as women growing up, frizz, you know, oh my gosh, and like it's a flip of perspective of what the purpose of this brush is doing for your hair. It's really as a flip. So I love it when you guys respond. This is so cool. I want to ask questions, but I'm like, oh, I want to see what you're saying too. Kiki, that's Ebony's client, but our friend. I actually started brushing mine when CurlyNuGrowth told me to early this year. That was probably, I don't know if that was the same time, but I know Jocelyn's been talking about this, so that's why I'm happy to hear. I have seen it done recently, but don't fully understand it. Awesome. You're going to find out today. So you guys, before Jocelyn starts, I want you to also understand that she has extensive information elsewhere online. So we're going to be talking, and if you guys have questions, cool, but she might point you in the direction of like you can get full information, okay? So Jocelyn, take it away. Why would I need to brush my locks?
The first thing, and I'm gonna really try not to like just go full nerd, because that's just me.
I love it, but the people need that though. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like listen. My son asked me a question which I felt like was really it was a profound question. I was just like, okay, let me answer this. Let me give you all the knowledge. Next thing I know, he was like, and I said, why are you asleep? He said, Mom, it's too many words. I'm trying to find the right words, but lock brushing, if nothing else, it helps to prevent lint.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to have lint in their hair. I feel like aside from frizz, the number 2 or probably number 1 concern that people have is lint and buildup in their hair. So if you don't want lint and buildup, one of the ways you can be proactive against those things accumulating in your hair is with lock brushing. And so I am an advocate for lock brushing because it helps to make sure that lint, and people think like lint is the bathrobe or it's the towel, or it's like, well, I have a satin pillowcase, so I'm not gonna get lint. There's lint everywhere. It's all around us. The person next to you in line, I don't know, we're 6 feet apart now, but still, we have, there's like things that are floating through the air that we can't see. And you think that once you see it in your hair, it like just happened. But more often than not, it's an accumulation over time. It has happened. So use your brush to brush your locks. Minimal lint. Like, you know, I love looking at my locks under the microscope. I like going up close shots.
Oh my gosh. Not just up close, Jocelyn. Jocelyn pulls out the telescope. I love it. That's when I fell in love with you. It's like, not that I'm in love with you, but like that's why I was like, I love her. Like I was like, yo, I'm good. Like, cause I love science when it comes to like fact, because it's a lot of opinions on here. I see a gentleman in the comments, he's saying that's a European concept, a Caucasian, yada yada. It's so many different perspectives out there, and this is what we know as locticians. Me and Jocelyn has catered to so many different concerns. As our business, we are giving solutions to our customers. So we might not cater to someone that doesn't see it as a concern, you know? Yeah. So as business women, we're going to provide solutions to problems that our customers are having. So I know you feel the same way. Invite different perspectives. It's all perspective. There's nothing law here. So, but what is law is science, though. So, I mean, I love it.
I think it's really interesting in the comments that the comment was that frizz is a European concept. I think it's really interesting because I feel like Caucasian locks or locks on straighter textures of hair, like they do have like frizz to it, but I don't see it. Maybe because my clientele is not primarily Caucasian, but I don't see the big deal in that community with frizz like I do in textured hair. People are like, how do I get rid of the frizz? I don't want frizz. I don't want my edges up. I don't want this frizz on my ends, this frizz in my roots. So I'm just like,
I think the problem is that people are calling things frizz and there's something. You ever had a client that says my hair's dry, but really their hair is just a thicker texture, but they call it dry?
Yeah.
And so I think some people may disagree with you and say, well, that is frizz. And it's like, well, what we got to define what frizz is, you know? But really, we're not even discussing using brush for frizz. You know, we're talking getting rid of it's so let's talk about like, okay, lint, you know, where for me, I'm just a real question for me. I don't understand how lint really gets in there when it comes to sleeping on like a cotton pillowcase or something, like, you know, like, or because I never told a client that could happen, but for me, it's been like maybe a house coat or a sweater and stuff like, for someone that, and maybe you haven't came up with this solution yet, but someone that already has had, they didn't notice they had lint and it's been accumulating. What is it? Is it good for them to still try the brush?
So if the lint has already started accumulating, right, and it's already in their hair, depending on how far into the shaft of lock it is, into the shaft of your lock it is, hey baby, the brushing is not gonna be the solution for it because it's already like trapped in there. But when you just notice it, it's right still on the surface, the brushing can lift it up and dislodge it so that you can get it out of your locks. But if it's already trapped in there, it's already like a big ball of it, like it's really thick and, you know, just like, oh my gosh, like what is this? Nah, the lock brushing, too far gone for that.
Yeah, it's this is brushing is like, if you sounds like you're on the same page with me, a preventative situation for new lint, not old lint. because as every loctician, I have not had a definite solution for someone that has old locks. I think there is a misconception that people need the pre-cleanse or some type of detox to get lint out, and it does not work in my opinion, or what I've experienced. What about you?
So again, it really depends on how long it's been in there. If it's been in there for a really long time, chances are it's not just lint. It's probably some type of oil or gel product that may have brought the lint to your lock and now has like
a combination
with it. And so now it's congealed together and it's stuck in your lock. And so those situations are much more difficult to get rid of without compromising the lock itself, you know, like taking the lock apart. But I found like it depends. Like if you really want to get it out, we can get it out. But if it's going to take some time, it's going to take some money. It takes a lot of patience to get it out while still keeping the lock healthy. But it can be done. But it's not just going to be just like a topical spray you put on there, or like a soak in the detox, or just a nice little brush. Like I see comments are like, "What type of brush?" It's not just going to be like a one-off thing to get embedded lint out of your locks, which is why I created a whole workshop, because there's a lot of things you need to understand about how your lock is formed and what you're doing to then rid your hair of the lint that has been trapped. Because if you don't understand the structure of your lock, you are going to go ahead and compromise it. You know?
Okay. So, and then okay. So we will answer your question, Black Yoga. But okay, so it sounds like you probably got to be careful when it comes to giving people solutions online or over the phone or something like that, as far as how to get rid of lint, because it sounds like it could be like you got to figure out what it is, get to the science of it, and there's not just a one-off situation. So because I've cut someone's locks and opened it up and did it that way, and then or they just rock with it. I don't color, so I haven't. Yes.
I definitely don't recommend like the coloring of coloring over lint. I don't think.
Yeah, what's your perspective on that?
For me, like, so I'll tell you a personal experience. I had a young lady come in and say, I have a lot of lint in my hair. I want to color it. And I was like, well, coloring is not going to, my just like assumption was like coloring is not going to get covered in lint because you don't know that this is just lint, right? She's like, no, I saw somebody online do it. I just want to color it. This is back when I was like taking advice, direction from, anyway. So, all right, we'll color it, right? Like, but I'm not guaranteeing that it's going to work. And so we put the color on and it's still there. And what we realized, and this is why I started keeping a microscope in the salon, because let me show you exactly what this is. When you're coloring something, you're assuming that it's like cotton or something that can receive color. If it's nylon, if it's, I don't know, polyester, this is some other like type of fiber, it's not going to receive color. So coloring is not a solution for lint for me. So no.
Yeah, you guys.
No.
And I mean, if I was a colorist, I would have more input, but I've heard someone say that, and I just, suggested it for someone. And so yeah, you guys, the biggest thing as with health is preventative measures, being aware. And this especially for locticians too, because I find sometimes locticians just get used to just washing someone's hair and it just be a full of gunk. That is such a normal thing in this industry. It is sad. And then what happens is, you guys, it's not that someone's intentionally trying to do anything, it's that it goes away when your hair gets dry. You don't see it anymore. So you're like, doo, 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 and someone asks you, what do you use? And you're like, I use this. And they're like, that crazy builds up. You're like, no, it doesn't. You've never seen it yourself. So you're like, hell no, see? And you're like, yeah, but it's a whole nother thing, a whole new world. Like when they get into the shampoo bowl, I mean, we're gonna have this thing called Sink Confessions. We're gonna play Usher. and and it was gonna, because everyone be like, I use such and such. Okay, cool. And we rinse the water on there, and it's just like,
it just comes up to the surface. Okay.
And then, unfortunately, someone else didn't tell them because they're used to it. It's not anyone's, no big bad wolf out there trying to destroy someone's logs. It's just awareness and being like, you know what, this is not cool, you know? So, but preventative, what I say that to say, it is important for you guys to know what's in your hair, what's being put in your hair. Also, if you have a sister, girlfriend, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, help them. They might not know. Hey, there's some blue stuff in your hair. Oh man, that's my new jacket. You know, like you might not be aware of it, but you gotta get up on it ASAP. Especially when you're in the baby stage and the teenage phase. That's when this stuff creates. It started around that time, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then it just sits in there for a long time. I started asking my guests in the salon to have their significant other, if they have one, or a friend, just do like a weekly lint check. Like, hey, just you just go through my locks, go through the back row, especially because that's where a lot of it tends to accumulate. You definitely don't see it because it's like the back row, but underneath the back row. Okay?
Back there.
So it's not just like, oh, sitting on top.
No,
it's like
the kitchen.
Right? And so I'm like, just have someone take a look. If they see it, you know, get it out or have them brush your hair for you. Like those things will help to make sure when you come back to the salon, we're not trying to dig out a bunch of links. You know what I mean?
And you're not trying to pay a whole lot of money. You know, it's just awareness. That's a great tip as far as you know, having someone like look at your locks, and because you don't know what's back there. And then a lot of times, you guys, it's a mixture of things. It's not just lint, and that's what makes it more complicated, you know, to get it out. So yeah.
And that's another thing I would say. You know, going to the salon, if you're going to the salon, it's a great thing. It's a pampering experience, but it's also a place for you to practice using your voice. So a lot of times people are like afraid, like, I don't know, I don't want to ask what they're using because they're going to be mad or going to tell me like mind you,
well, look,
check this out. It's like, it's your hair, it's your crown. Like,
Jocelyn, check this out though. Unfortunately, they don't have, not to be big-headed, you guys, but there's other stylists like you, like Jocelyn and I. But unfortunately, that's a real thing in the industry, especially black salons, unfortunately, and white, just salons in general, the ego and barbers.
Yes.
Unfortunately, like, I mean, I'm gonna just keep it real. Anyone that's a loctician or a beautician or barber, you need to check your ego, because both sides, to have a healthy relationship. This is a relationship. So as Jocelyn mentioned earlier, she had to discover in her career that she has to give her clients what they need, not just what they want. Okay. And then sometimes there's some styles out there that just, I was one too, we'll just do everything you guys want. And eventually we knew, but as a professional, we like, because we don't want to hurt your feelings. We want to be a great stylist. But it's a balance that we have to say, you know what, based on my studies, because I've had 1,000 people over here, I don't think this is going to be good for you. But, you know, so then we don't want to hurt your feelings. You guys are scared of us. There are some bullies out there. You know, I've had friends that have gone to people around the country, and it's like, why did you go there? Because they were popular. But they need to listen. Yeah. That it's a listening. It's a back and forth listening, and slow it down. And if as a person with you have locks, you're going to have someone to take care of your babies, why not make sure you feel good about that person? If y'all don't have the communication at get go, you're at fault. You're saying yes to it. No one's holding you down, sitting you in a chair.
But it's those boundaries, you know what I mean? Like that, yes. that stylist may not have the boundary to say like, or the confidence even to say like, I'm not doing this, or like, oh, I don't know. Just to say, I don't know. You know
yes, like that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, like in and of itself has like made people feel like you have to know everything, or you have to. It's like, I mean, I don't know. Like, and
right.
It was hard for me too. Like I feel like I had imposter syndrome with myself. Myself being the like, I'm your hair care professional and I'm your loctician, and I'm just like, I put myself at this high little pedestal, and then something came to me and I was just like, I don't know. But like
Yeah.
the reality is, if I'm your true professional, I'm doing you a disservice if I like try to pretend like I know.
Exactly.
I'm not sure, but I think we can do this and let's see what happens.
Or I can find out for you.
You know, it's freedom to just be able to say I don't know, and also to communicate to somebody the reality of things. Because I think about if it was me, like I would want somebody to be honest with me, and I'm comfortable with you trying it or doing like we're working together versus like you just messing me up and like keeping it a secret. Like, do you
say
really
that
care
again? Together. I always tell my clients it's a teamwork effort. You just can't come here and hadn't drank any water. You ate jacked up. Your nerves are bad, and you want me to do this hocus pocus thing. I got to do my thing externally, but you got to do your thing internally, and we got to work together. That's how this thing works. You know, a lot of time it's so deep where people think that, oh, this person has magical hands, but no, you're making them feel good, and they go home and they're practicing the thing at home, and it's a relationship, you know. So you guys don't feel bullied to go to someone just because your mama goes to them or whatever. Go with what you feel is right, and the person that's gonna really tell you something like, yo, what is this in your hair? This looks sticky. Or, you know, you should ask them, do you have buildup? You know, also, if you're by yourself, a clear way to see if you have buildup is by when your hair is wet, you can squeeze your hair. I've literally recorded, I don't have a microscope. Girl, you know how many videos I have on my phone of squeezing locks? That might be on YouTube. Okay. And it comes out like pus. And it dries up when you go in it dry, it dries up and it's like it never existed.
And everyone's like, oh, I don't have any buildup. There's nothing there. And I'm like, if I could have every person that came to me that uses fill in the blank, because we're not going to do that here, but and I just want to get you on the shampoo bowl. I just want to wet your hair, okay? And then let's see who doesn't have buildup.
Look, it's real quiet. You're like, oh, okay, girl, oh, okay, let's come on.
I stopped arguing because I'm like, yes, of course. When your hair's dry, you're out of the bowl, and it doesn't look like buildup.
Yes,
put your hair and see. You know, that's
because the proof is in the locks. The proof is in the pudding. You know, and if you don't, you know, cool. If no one wants you to have buildup, I think one of the persons we're talking about buildup, will you please explain this? So some of these questions, like I'm pretty sure you have. We discussed buildup. Well, we're talking about buildup and healthy stripping. I don't like using the term stripping because that to me equates to like stripping the health of your hair. And so you want to be careful with these detoxes, you guys. Because a lot of times they're causing your hair to strip the protein and the yumminess to make it. And then you wonder why your hair is falling off, you know. So do you have either a comment on that, or do you have a place where they can find out more information on that, or how you want to do that?
I have multiple sources for that. One of them is the guide for shampoos, because a lot of times people are feeling like they're either having buildup issues, or they are seeing everyone else like do a detox and like, ooh, I want to do a detox too. But you don't really need a detox all the time, right? Like I do believe there are certain instances where you should detox, but there's also gentle ways to detox. You can just use a shampoo to detox if you have starter locks, or if you want to make sure your locks are rid of buildup. Or if you do want to do a detox, there's levels to it, right? There's people who have excessive buildup. Maybe somebody's been using wax in their hair all the time, or using really heavy oils consistently. You squeeze your locks and things pus out and ooze out. You need a detox, like a real detox. But if you don't have those problems, you're using natural.
Exactly.
You don't need to be mixing baking soda and apple cider vinegar together. Like, don't do that. You're gonna put your locks in a worse off predicament. Please don't do that.
Exactly.
So that is why I wrote guides for people. So I outline how you can tell what type of where your hair is as far as like how it needs to be cleansed, and then use the appropriate detox for your locks versus just one size fit all. And that's another reason when people's like, what ingredients do you use for your detox? what does my detox have to do with your locks? What you use may not be what I use. What I do with my hair.
Because they're at home trying to put it together. That's why. And so, and
that's the issue with YouTube. There's no background to it, right?
It's so deep. And to me,
there's no background, and the people, like, I may say, hey, I use this. I love it. It smells good. 3 months later, I notice, oh, it's accumulating in my hair. There's no way to go back to that original YouTube video you posted about how much you love it and how much you use it to say, actually, this is not working for me, or this is what have happened, unless somebody is like really following your journey closely. But if you just stumble upon that first video, you think, okay, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna use it, it's gonna work because I see it on their hair.
Mm-hmm. And you don't know if your stuff amounts to the same stuff you have, or their stuff in their hair. It's so many different levels to this. And when I had that question a lot when people ask me, what do you think about detoxing? And I was like, well, say for instance, you got person A that is like, they eat like mad Twinkies, they eat like 12 boxes of pizza a day, like 2 boxes of chicken, fried chicken, mad hamburgers. All right, and then you got person B that is like alkaline diet. Let's just say they eat pretty normal, if what you could think is normal and not too bad, not too good, just as normal, and on the verge of pretty good. What, like, it's like them two going and saying, let's put them on the same meal plan. They both need a detox. They both need to go on a diet. But like, this person has a lot more stuff in their system that needs to get out, so it's need like an immediate, but they need to be careful with how they flush it. It's a lot. It's big. This person probably doesn't have that much. So if you stay not using, it's probably not the correct way of saying it, but if you continuously are on a good journey of not putting junk in your hair, you won't have to worry about detoxing. Like, you're listening to these people that are kind of this. Let's screw everything I just said. You guys keep asking, not y'all, but people will ask about detoxing and still use the thing that's creating the buildup. That mic down. Okay? So you guys, okay? So like, you gotta understand, and this is the thing, Jocelyn. The thing is the power of knowledge, the power of understanding. Some people might not know that what they're using is creating a buildup, So it is important, you guys, across everything, whatever we'll say later and what we have said, please always consult with someone that's a professional that can come in and touch you and see your hair, Not necessarily me and Jocelyn, we got tight, but we could give you options as far as people in your area. There's Style Seat. I got my people scrambling looking for people as well, and like Style Seat, you got people that love their loctician. They're gonna go on Style Seat. They're gonna go on their scheduling system and shout them out, and on Instagram, look at hashtags, but call them, pick the phone up, and ask them really questions that are like, now you might be having some questions right now. Ask them questions that you're concerned about. If that person feels compelled, if they say consultation, you got the right one. But there's a lot of locticians that might not be aware. But just just be aware of what you're putting in your hair, and if once you are doing that, you're on a good path and you're not having to detox and think about detoxing so much. Detoxing can be like a thing that you do every so often. That's like, for the sake of just time and energy, I'm just gonna do this thing, not like I gotta do this because I keep using this, So
it's like I don't know how many people here use natural deodorants. But growing up, I was using antiperspirants and, all the like over-the-counter stuff that had all the chemicals in it, right? When I decided that, okay, I want to use something more natural for my body, something that is not blocking my lymphatic system from releasing toxins, I want to switch to a more natural deodorant. I had to detox my armpits.
I remember that.
So that I can now start to use something more natural, because I'm using something more natural, but I'm not seeing the results. Like, I still smell like things are just not coming. They're not how I envisioned them to be, because there's so much there from what I was using before. So the detox, it helps with the transition to something more natural. And I feel like that applies for like eating, for diet, and for your hair. Like you've been using something that's causing your hair to be dry, causing your hair to just not thrive. You want to switch to something more natural, something more holistic that's going to work with you, the detox, to transition, then switch to the natural products. But here's the thing, like if you've been using crap, then you start to switch to something natural, you're blaming the natural for it not serving you because you're still dealing with all the other stuff, right? So the detox will help you to see truly what's going on and how the natural products or the natural holistic approaches you're taking with your hair is working. It gives you like a better vantage point, I guess, if you will.
Yeah, it sounds like clarifying shampoos too, where you're able to like get rid of some of the things that your hair is like holding on to, and then starting fresh with it.
I have to clarify.
Huh?
I believe you have to clarify like all the time.
Yes.
Every time. You know, if you're oiling your hair every week, you're putting moisturizer in your hair every week.
Yeah.
How can you go in and just put more stuff to it? I just don't think it works that way.
So I'm navigating that time. What'd you say?
I said I know it doesn't. I said I don't think it does, but I'm like, girl, I know it.
In your mind. I'm navigating through this time. I'm picturing someone that might be watching this and wants to know about the brushing. So like I have locks and I'm interested in it, and I bought the brush, and when do I use it?
So once a week is like the ideal situation for using your brush. I have evolved to a place of lock brushing is not for starter locks. Like that's what I used to say. Don't brush new locks. Like you want to leave them alone, let them be.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that is true. You do want to leave them alone and let them be. However, if you've started your locks like in the winter, you have colder climates, like Shamir said, you have on sweatshirts, you have on hoodies, you have on hats, maybe you have a satin lined wool cap. Make it make sense to me, but the wool may fall into your locks. So gently brushing even starter locks. You're not going to be as aggressive as you would with more mature locks, but once a week, lightly brush, again, to make sure you're preventing the lint from being trapped in your hair. I'm not saying you gotta spend 30 minutes brushing your hair, 500 strokes. It's not what I'm saying. It's a very gentle, intentional process, and that's it.
Does that be wet?
So there's two ways. You can brush it wet or you can brush it dry. We're talking with starter locks and mature locks. As far as it goes, like preventing lint, you will be brushing it dry. For more mature locks, you can, after you've shampooed your hair or after you've moisturized your hair so that your hair is in a dampened state, wet, you can then brush the oil into your locks. Like it helps it to spread. If you're having issues with moisture retention or like certain parts of your locks feel more moisturized than others, do your moisturizing routine and then gently brush again while it's wet. Not 1,000 strokes.
So funny. He's like, I've been doing mine too fast. She's so silly. She's hilarious.
Okay, so like if you're getting lint out, like there's lint in there. So we're talking about the basics, just the general practice of lock brushing. Now, if you want to get into, you have an issue, you have lint, you see it, right? Then yes, you want to be more intentional and vigorous with brushing it fast. I guess you can describe it like that. But generally speaking, it's like a intentional stroke just to get your, get the lint out, get the moisturizer through. And it's quick. It's not, it's like, it's not brushing your teeth. A couple minutes a day, a couple minutes a week.
It's not surgery, y'all. It's not going to be surgery. Keeping it very simple. And it sounds like it's just like, all right, just simple as when you watering your plants real quick and then just going on, And I feel like sometimes like some of these things, y'all, I can go so deep. I know we can go so deep, Jocelyn, when it comes to, as Black women and where we started. And I constantly tell people we gotta be aware of all the hair trauma we've been through, you know? And we're so hard on ourselves, not to anyone that's in the comments or anything, just in general. I'm speaking for myself or how I used to be years ago. I let that thing sail a long time ago. But like just seeing so many clients be so hard on themselves because our mom was like, okay, you wrap it, you bun it up, you put the clips on, put the hairspray, go to bed. Wake up, unflip it, you curl it, you whip it, you wrap it, and then boop, 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 boop. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, then we decide we want to go natural. And then it's like we're applying the same issues in this wonderful world here. And we're trying to look for things that don't exist. Yeah. That's trauma, you know? So it's like everyone together, everyone alive, let's take a deep breath together. 1. Ladies, we're going to be just fine, okay? We got this, boo. We got this. We're going to relax, okay? We're not going to put this shit on our daughters, on our sons. We're going to keep this. We're going to walk through this, and we're not going to pass this shit on to our babies, all right? We've been through a lot. Every Black woman has a story from when we had our perm for the first time, all right? But we are now in our natural space, our natural selves, and we're going to be okay. It's just, I did this in like literally 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like just, you know, so I'm just, we can go deep, but this is deep. This industry, we gotta go deep for you guys because it's deep for us. You know what I'm saying? It's more than hair. And so just saying that out of love and stuff. So but I do have an announcement.
And so, like, embrace the frizz. I feel like, you know, just to Shamir's point, like, applying the trauma that we have from loose hair to locks, specifically, embrace your frizz. Your hair does not grow out of your head to lay down flat, okay? It grows out of your head to
you're not brushing.
You gotta embrace that.
You're not brushing to reprimand your hair. Not that anyone said you were, but before someone say this is what white folks do, whatever. I don't know what people might say is you're not doing this to reprimand your hair and make it do like with someone else. It's just we've been talking about it. So I know everyone's gonna have their perspective. But I've learned a lot from the past year and a half that since I've been, you know, interested in this and hearing about it. It's like, wow, because I will never sell anything or put anything out there on my platform that if I don't know, I'll just say I don't know. And number 2, if I feel it's going to be damaging to someone's hair, I just won't sell it or talk about it, you know. So, but yes. But I do have an announcement, you guys. Dr. Locks will have brushes.
I want that one. I want both of them, but I want that one over here. That's what I want.
So yes. So we have our brushes. This is coming first, and this is coming. We got a shipment coming in next month, but this is coming in first. Actually, they're here in my facility now. So I'm excited.
When I need exclusive access.
So I'm sending you one. I'm sending you one. Girl, don't. We'll talk offline. Because I want your feedback as well. You know.
Do you see that brush, y'all? Wait, can you show them the brush again, please?
Yes.
Do you see? It's getting the lock on all sides. Like you know how adverse to lint I am. Look at this brush. Okay.
Now don't get obsessive. I don't need you sitting up there and your husband call me saying, "Are you the lady that got the brush? She's not spending no time with our kids anymore."
Baby. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
recommended. Again, holistic approach, both sides.
Right. These will be available for Black Friday, and this I'm excited about this as well. I'm really big on quality, and I'm really excited about these. So they're both software brushes, and this is a little bit tougher, but it's still soft.
Yeah.
And so and it has a spring, good quality. So I'm really excited. And then Dr. Locks The logo. I'm excited, but
So excited.
I didn't want to just put this out there without any some type. What'd you say?
I said I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you. I'm bringing
Let me
solutions.
tell you,
Okay?
I've lost so much sleep. I literally put myself together in 5 minutes for this live, but it will have some footage on what goes on in the back and behind the scenes pretty soon, because there's a lot of cool stuff. A lot of, you're a businesswoman and a mom. It's a lot of cool. Like, I wish everyone can see our lives. It's not just glitz and glamour all the time, but this doesn't come without education. And so it's very important for me to come on here and live with you. And you guys, if you didn't get your questions answered, if you're watching this replay, definitely check out CurlyNuGrowth, but that's her title. But your name is Jocelyn Renee, the Digital Loctician, and check out her information. I'm not ending right now. I'm just reiterating. Like, handle with care, get some information. Definitely, I hope this live was informational. If it wasn't, definitely reach out to either of us. Check out Jocelyn. You ain't got to hit us up. Check out Jocelyn's website, and you'll click and get some more information and get educated. Thank you, Kiki. How do you feel about Noggin Oil's wash product? I never even heard of it. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Noggin Oil.
It's almost like a what do I want to call it? They market it as like a dry shampoo, so if you use it in between washes, but it's like a wet product to clean it. Yeah.
I'm so happy that somebody might think like, oh, you gotta put it on. I am so happy to hear more product lines that are existing now. I've just found out about a new one over the weekend, and it's just like, all right, like we're getting somewhere. We got options out here. I've never heard of Noggin Oils wash, but for me, if it's not adding buildup to someone's hair and it's not preventing their hair from growing, I'm all for it.
Right. I feel like we need more. We already have enough of the products out here that are marketed towards locks, but like are not for or formulated for locks truly. So the more we can have products formulated for locks with the idea that we want to prevent buildup, like, the better. But that was not the normal. It was just, oh, you have textured hair. All people with textured hair use this butter. All people with textured hair use this oil. And this is like, locks are different ballgame.
And you know what? I think that we've evolved with this style. I know, as you know, the history of locks, and those that were locking in certain societies weren't trying to go and be a part of that society, so they didn't have to worry about boss lady or boss man telling them about their hair. It was like, all right, we're gonna do this, bada boom. Not that they didn't care about what they looked like, but it wasn't a concern. But I feel like as time has progressed and people are evolving and like people are adapting, and I just love the fact that there are people with locks in the CEO position that are in their doctors and lawyers, and to get rid of the stereotype that I had back in the day, and you probably heard this as well, people that don't even think you wash your hair, and it's not the case. So especially, but sometimes that is the case when someone's putting a lot of stuff in their hair that doesn't belong there. You guys, like, everything that's natural and that's a food does not belong in your hair. It does not. I know everyone is natural, but it's very important for you to eat those things as opposed to put them on your hair. And to each his own. I have had friends that put honey in their hair. To each his own. But when you come to me with a problem, I'm gonna tell you about yourself, But if you don't come to me, I don't have anything to say. I want everybody to be happy, know. But you should do a sniff test. That's all. Everyone should do that with your hair, with locks and everything. Because like when I had locks, I didn't know I was air drying all the time. and I worked out all the time. So I'm like, and then it's like, what is that smell? And it was me. It was me.
Listen. I think I grew up in the salon. Like I've been working in the salon since I was 11. When I was there, and we had this woman who had a weave, but it was a wet and wavy weave, and she kept it wet. And when I tell you, she came in after 3 months with this weave that every day, and they was like, "Oh, I gotta take it out." And when I tell you, it was like orange things, like things crawling. And I was like, "This is not a thing." It just applied across the board. We cannot keep things wet for long periods of time. Like this is going to cause mildew, and I've seen it. I've seen it happen, like in locks, in weaves. Just please, just
thank you, Fuego.
Fuego,
Fuego Leon. Thank you. I really appreciate your support. Thank you. I love it. I love you guys. Did your mom do hair?
My mom?
Hey, Camille. Did your mom? What you say you grew up in a salon, or was it when you were getting your hair done?
No, my aunt is a cosmetologist, and so I was working for her since I was like in the salon.
I didn't know that about you.
Whew,
wow,
man,
I think stuff.
Yes.
For me, I worked with my aunt for like a couple of summers. She was a hairstylist, but for me, it was the respect that I feel like she should have gotten. It was the whole business aspect. Like I know you've seen all of it too, but the thing I didn't even pay attention to what I was doing, what she was doing, but I just wanted business owners, like especially women in the salon industry or barber. It was in a barber shop, my uncle's barber shop, but she was in the back. Yeah. And I just feel like she was like mad disrespected with people coming in there, like telling her about pricing and stuff like that. So when I became a natural hairstylist, I was like, what you not gonna do? You know, it was just kind of like not being like a bitch or anything, but just like, okay, standing your ground. And
you could see it.
Yeah.
It's not from the outside in, but you were inside, if that makes sense. Like I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And then someone says, we're going to do like 8 more minutes. Is there a method to brushing, like one lock at a time or brush an entire head? So I guess they're wanting to know, like, do you recommend doing one lock at a time?
Great question. You want to brush it in sections. So you don't want to brush you don't necessarily need to brush one lock at a time, but you don't want to brush all of them at the same time. So what I like to do with my hair is curled right now. So usually
it's so cute.
Grab a couple of them. Maybe like if you have sister locks, so maybe you want to grab like 20. If you have more traditional locks, maybe grab like 10. My locks are thicker, so I'm probably going to grab like 5. Brush those. And this is why I like the brush that Shamir has, because it's on both sides, but you want to brush the top of it, then brush the other side of it, right? So that you hit your lock on all sides, because it is cylindrical, okay? So you brush your section on top of it, brush the back of it, make sure you get the sides, okay, move to the next section. So that's a really great question.
Yeah, awesome. I don't take myself seriously. I'm like, no, playing with the brush. Let me see.
The double screen, that's B-roll right there. I love it.
Huh?
I like approach. I look at things because I've been on YouTube for so long. I look at things as like, oh, how does the video translate?
Yeah.
So like,
while you're talking
on the brush, it's like, yeah, it works together. It's a tandem.
Yes. I didn't want to read because I wanted to listen to what you're saying. So I was like, let me just demonstrate. So, okay, awesome. Let me see. I sweat in my scalp. How do I manage this without washing daily? So I'm just gonna. I gotta keep saying this, you guys. Not that I don't answer your question. I want you to answer her question, but I just always want to keep on reminding you guys. She has an awesome platform. I know people coming in and out of here. Jocelyn Renee has a wonderful platform where you guys. I will tag her underneath this video, and I want you guys to check out her online academy. So what's your academy called?
It's called the New Growth Academy. It is an online institution focused on the science and health of locks. And so it's been a long time birthing this, but it feels really, really, really good to have a space to go more in detail. I didn't become a licensed cosmetologist, a certified loctician, just to be at the same platform as like everyone who can just start a YouTube channel. Like you want to have professional knowledge, And so I needed to create a space for that. And that's what I did, so that we could have these conversations that are beyond a 5-minute video or a 15-minute video that you may only watch half of it, like the classes, the course, the workshops, the guides, all of it. I strive to make it concise, but also detailed, because again, we have different experiences, and I want to empower you with the knowledge to care for your locks and the health of your locks based on your particular situation. And I can't do that in one YouTube video, right?
Exactly. Oh, I'm so proud of my sis monetizing her information. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love it. I was just really, it was hitting me because I'm working on my perspective. I'm working on my ebook right now. And as I'm writing it, I'm like, yo, Jocelyn did a lot of work.
I've tried to sleep for a long time.
I was like, I've been writing all weekend. I'm like, God damn, and she got to school. I was like, man, Jocelyn, I had to give you a digital high five. I was like, this is a lot of work. But I get it though. My brand manager was explaining to me, because she took a class. She was like, yeah, like it's pretty profitable. But people are wanting, I feel like it's pretty clever, because everyone's on YouTube, including you. You can make, it's awesome. However, like you can, like it's more in depth and detail. I'm imagining you have a lot more tools with the online school, and you can break things down. And it's just, I don't know. And I feel like it's like, it's your platform, as opposed to going in some, like here, Instagram can shut down at any moment, you know, but you have your place, you know, and plus you're teaching locticians as well. You're teaching other professionals, you know. A lot of people are graduating from school and they do not teach you locks, you know, and so this is necessary. Next step, I need to see you up in the school. So I'm gonna see my name. I remember you from school. I'm so proud of you. I will let Aurelius know you have your own business. Oh my God, you took it back to grade school, like middle school. Oh my, I remember that name, Aurelius Willis, I believe. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's dope and freaky at the same time. I'm glad I was a good person back then too.
The internet humbles you, okay?
Yeah, that's so dope. And Fugo, Jocelyn, again, this is, I mean, I appreciate you in so many different levels. He said that he found out about Dr. Locks' products from your blogs. And so
yes, I appreciate a blog. Oh my gosh, that's my baby. It's been since 2009 I've been blogging. Man,
you got she got pages, y'all. She got pages out there.
Listen, I feel say it was maybe like 8 years ago. I was like, I don't got these are not like, what I say, these are not blog posts, these are articles. Okay, I'm writing whole articles.
Books.
Book is coming. Okay?
Right. Don't you have a book already out?
I don't have a physical book, a published book.
Yeah. But it's an ebook. I got you.
Ebooks, but like I need to be published. I want to be like, go down to
You're going to be.
Go to Mahogany Books and grab
going
books.
to be.
Okay.
Going to be. I can so see it.
Author.
Yes, absolutely. God, look at us. Man, like Shanisha, she got her, I'm just like,
I'm reading her book right now. I love her book. Have you read it? You have it?
I have it.
You have it?
Yeah, I haven't. I have not read it yet. I have so many books to read.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh. I love my friend circle, man. Like our women, my ladies are doing their thing. Receipts, Camille. You talking about the books? Or no, your old school, your OG blogs. She got receipts. She's been
true.
Yeah, new to this. She true to this.
Right.
To the salon and say no, use these and say,
yes, that's how you gotta come with it.
Yes. Before I go, what I'm gonna have, I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all. No shit. I'm a rapper in my mind, y'all. No shit. So we're working on these. Don't tell my brand manager I'm showing y'all this. They're gonna be bags. I mean, you can put the products in there, right? So
picturing with you, I love that.
Like, why you
y'all playing with these contests, okay?
Right, you guys.
Hold on. Let's give everybody a chance. I should have entered. I was one. If nobody else entered, I would have been up in there.
Right. If even if one person, like, if don't got it,
See,
girl.
that's how you be playing.
See, you guys, let my people come here. Come closer to the screen, you guys. Listen to me, okay? You guys say you want something free, but then you don't do the thing to get the thing. You gotta put the thing in the thing to get something for free. I don't understand.
And
it's like if
contest,
just one person participated, it would have got something for free. That's the thing. So it's like,
wait till contest will come around. I saw you say it's coming. I'm like, when it's coming? Because if it's just one person, it's gonna be me. Okay. And this video trying to make a reel. Everybody on here making reels. Why y'all playing? Get some real product.
Playing, and then everyone else selling you something this week. I'm trying to get you something free. I'm just saying, But today is another contest was announced yesterday.
Okay, see, algorithm.
Okay, and so just saying. So I'm just happy. Our random question: what are you excited about for 2021 for your business, or personally?
I would say I'm most excited about the relationship building aspect of my business. I've definitely been in a space of like audience, accumulate all the things, and like now I'm really, a lot of the goals that I have for 2021 are being more personable with people who are actually connected to my brand in like a real like close way, so that I know your name, I know where you're living, I know what you're doing. So I'm really excited about the relationship of that, and a lot of it is going to come through my classes and workshops and doing things with people who want to invest in themselves. So I'm really excited about that. Getting away from the numbers and everything. We building here.
Right. I look forward to I love everyone's the evolution of their brand, including you, Camille. You motivate us as well. We see you. Camille's another loctician. She's a brilliant loctician, very smart and studious. Like I love nerdy locticians, a nerdy stylist, period. You look at things from more of a logical. Huh?
I say, yeah, people that get down into the why.
Yeah, and you look at things more logical, than anything. But then it really shows up in their clients and how clean their hair looks. And Camille be having them looking good. Like, I mean, she don't play.
Okay.
Yes. So.
And I will also, can I just add one more thing I just thought about? I'm really excited about podcasting with my business. Like, I love podcasts. And I feel like I've really played small with my podcast this year. 2021, I'm not playing games with podcasting.
Well, okay? I'm excited because, girl, I feel like you did a damn good job this year with all that's going on and everything. But go ahead. Like, do you have anything like you're gonna? Can you speak on like what you'll do different this year?
So in 2021, so right now I have a podcast already called Salon Frequency, and that podcast is for salon professionals that are revolutionizing the sector of salon.
Okay.
That's Salon Frequency. So I'm taking that to the next level because we have a lot more. It was really me. I was like sharing a lot of my journey, but I have a lot more professionals coming in to impart their perspectives on the journey.
Can you say it again? The name of it again? Okay, thank you, Camille. Salon Frequency.
Yes. And so I'm going to have another podcast. We're going to have 2 podcasts running at the same time, but this one is going to be more with other influencers, other people who have been featured on my blog, live conversations. Like, it's just, again, more personable experiences. I love it. So I'm so excited about that.
I love it. I'm getting into. I feel like I'm this Clubhouse situation. I have so many different emotions about it, but it's giving me like podcast vibes. And with me speaking on it, I'm like, I would want one maybe in the future. And then like just speaking on like my favorite subjects like co-parenting and business. And so we can be on each other's podcasts. Like all the podcasts are just really like, they're going like this way. Like it's a lot of podcasts that are open.
Get on the podcast.
Yeah, because a lot of us have things, and people are wanting to. They're curious. They want to know what you have to say, and invite dope people. It's just the world is going in. Y'all, this is just not 2020, baby. This is forever. Okay, there will be how it used to be. We're going full-fledged into the new earth, into this new higher frequency. All right. You're gonna catch up on the waves or you're gonna get left behind. Okay. And
just
so
jump in. Just jump
yes,
in. Don't
yes,
second guess it. Don't think too hard.
yes,
Just jump
exactly.
in,
This and
please.
this and this does not mean everyone be an entrepreneur. No, this means you jump on your wave of your joy. You figure out what it is that you need, or what is your joy. It's so oftentimes, and me and Jocelyn, as we're doing here, we talk and chat with you guys. It's a lot of people that are unhappy. And you're responsible for your unhappiness. You're responsible for your joy. No one's holding you down in shackles. Okay? So let's get rid of the TGIF and let's have a great day every day, and let's forget what day it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's your responsibility now and forever to decide what it is that you came here to do. My mom loves working front desk at hospitals. She is the best at it. I stopped trying to push a business on her. So don't let nobody that's running a business make you feel guilty for working for someone. If you want to milk cows, if you wanted to be a stripper, if you wanted to work a bar in Oakland, California, do that damn thing because it brings you joy.
Yes.
Okay, that's what this is about. This is where that's a taste of what me and Jocelyn may talk behind the scenes as far as where we're going in the world. So when I hear you say I want to be more personable with people, you up on that wave. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're going. That's what we're supposed to be. Love. Yes. You know, so I'm gonna get off my soapbox. So I feel like
we gotta save that for the clubhouse. Okay, that's the whole conversation right there. I was like,
okay, so you guys, let me tell you, me and Jocelyn we are on Clubhouse and we are waiting for, hey, stripper, you know what I'm saying? This is your body, you know what I'm saying? So do whatever, as long as you're not hurting nobody, okay? And so, but we will be on Clubhouse and we'll have a clubs and talking and speaking, and then because right now you guys are chatting, but we would love to hear from you. And so we're gonna have it so like everybody get your behind up on Clubhouse eventually, and then we'll eventually have our space on there and everyone gets to talk. So at one at a time. So
this is a sneak peek.
Yes, yeah. So but do you have anything else, Jocelyn?
I just want to say thank you. Like, I just thank you for existing. Thank you for speaking your truth. Thank you for just showing me and being a representation of amazing awesomeness. I feel like there's not even a word to describe how just
sisterhood
bounded you are. And I just truly appreciate you, appreciate your platform. I appreciate everything that you do. So just thank you.
Thank you for being a great example, a great reflection. I see myself in you all the time. So I'm like, ooh, what you doing? Like, it's just reflection. So I appreciate you and thank you. I received that. And so, but I just wanted to, this is fun. I always get excited about chatting with you and stuff. So, but you guys, again, I'll tag her information at the bottom. We have the brushes coming. The two-sided brushes are coming for Black Friday. The one-sided brush will be in the middle of December, right before Christmas. So stay tuned. That's it. All love. Stay up. And we'll catch you guys. Huh?
I said brush your locks.
And brush your locks. Thank you, Jocelyn. All right, ladies. Peace.